The Bermuda Triangle has been a place of intrigue for many years. Many ships and planes have disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle under mysterious or supposedly mysterious circumstances. The Bermuda Triangle starts at Bermuda, then goes to Miami, Florida, then to the southeast part of Puerto Rico, and back to Bermuda. Legend states that ships disappear through portals to other dimensions, extraterrestrial interference, giant sea monsters that devour entire ships, as well as magnetic anomalies. The idea of these mysterious disappearances appeared in an article by Edward Van Winkle Jones of the Miami Herald back in 1950. However, the term Bermuda Triangle was coined by author Vincent Gaddis in a 1964 article for Argosy magazine, thus creating the legend of the Bermuda Triangle. In 1970, Florida pilot Bruce Gernon and his father flew from Andros Island to Bimini Island in the Bahamas and encountered a strange cloud that grew fast before turning into a tunnel. So he supposedly flew into the tunnel. When he came out, he was hundreds of kilometers off course and could not have gone that distance in such a short period of time. This supposed encounter is reminiscent of the movies of The Final Countdown in 1980 and Flight World War II in 2015. One of the most famous disappearances took place in the Bermuda Triangle on the 5th of December 1945. A crew of 14 of 5 planes of Flight 19 took off from Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Here is the flight route map. Flight 19 took off around 14:10 or 2:10 in the afternoon, and their mission was to fly to Hen and Chicken Shoals for a bombing practice, and then fly further east about 100 kilometers, stop, and then at 1500 turn north to fly 200 kilometers north, then head back to Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale, but they never made it back. Flight 19 went missing that day, and has never been found since then. So, what happened? You'll find out later in the video. In another instance, a ship called the Cotopaxi went down in November 1925 off the coast of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. However, there have been multiple instances of ships going down off the coast of Florida, in this area known as the Bermuda Triangle. Believe it or not, the truth about these sinkings and plane disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle are far more down to earth than you think, and they are far more terrifying. A scientist by the name of Dr. Simon Boxall from the University of Southampton, UK, recently claimed to have solved the Bermuda Triangle mystery. He claims that rogue giant waves are responsible for the ship sinkings in the Bermuda Triangle. A rogue wave is a wave that is 2 to 3 times higher than the normal size waves around the ship and requires the right conditions to form. A hurricane south of Miami, Florida, coupled with a storm far north of the hurricane can create waves that are amplified and collide into each other due to both storms. When the waves from both storms speed towards each other, they can create a large wave when they collide, enough to overturn or split a ship in half. Here is an example of 2 waves that come together to form a giant wave. There is no mystery here, but what about the planes? Now for the disappearance of Flight 19, the theory is that they went farther north than they should have. At that time, in 1945, there was no GPS and only had to rely on sight for navigation. At 1800 or 6 o'clock in the evening, which is after sunset, in Florida, a distress signal was sent. And since Florida's geography has no recognizable features that can be seen from the distance like mountains, it would be difficult to see land at that time. So basically what happened was that this flight ended up crashing into the ocean by veering off course and due to human error and not paranormal activity. Severe storms can also exacerbate the problem, as hurricanes are pretty common in this area. Larry Kush, author of the Bermuda Triangle Mystery Solved from 1975, argued that previous Bermuda Triangle authors' explanations on the Bermuda Triangle were exaggerated and unverifiable. Basically, he concluded that the number of ships and aircraft reported missing in the area was not significantly greater than in any other part of the world, even in an area frequented by tropical cyclones and hurricanes. The legend of the Bermuda Triangle is a BS mystery that was made up, perpetrated by writers who either purposely or unknowingly made use of misconceptions and sensationalism to make money.